Okay, here's the last video of the night for this. So after giving it hydrogen to the microbial cell, we're at 116 hertz. Everything's off, disconnected from the grid, but this is kind of more on the point of the switching of the energy. AC is a sine wave. It goes from positive to negative. DC's straight line. But this is on the DC side of the circuit, and it's switching. It's switching positive and negative, but not in the same fashion as AC switches in positive and negative. AC switches in positive and negative more like a croquet ball, where it bounces the ball back and forth. This is above the line switching. I don't want to give the wrong definition of it, but you can kind of see it if you're used to looking at oscilloscopes and patterns. It's got an AC bump into it, or sine wave, but it's switching amongst the wave. So it's probably going back and forth between the current and the voltage. More of a self-regulation. Similar to, well, it's not similar, but we all know that the hydrogen flame self-regulates. When you hit it with different materials, it'll respond back and resonate at different temperatures to bring that material to a melt. This is kind of the same thing. It's resonating with its environment. Right now, it really doesn't know what to do because it's not in an aqueous solution. It's in a hydrogen atmosphere. There should be no nitrogen by now in there. It should just be hydrogen, and if there's any oxygen. This is the hardest thing from accepting universal energy or linear magnetism, because it is in resonance, and I've said this before and I'll say it again. It doesn't want to be released from its binds between the voltage and the amperage. That's not the correct word. It doesn't want to be released from the voltage and its magnetism, because it really doesn't have any amperage. The voltage is doing all the work here. We've proven that in several videos in the past, that the voltage will do work, and you will bring forward the linear magnetism and leave back the traditional electromagnetic magnetism. Now, just for the hell of it, I'm going to turn on the light and see if there's any effects. Okay, so there's not much effect, except for it raised the frequency. Look, now we're at 17,000 hertz. Before, we were only at 120 hertz. So the argument here is it accepting photon energy, or is it accepting the EMF broadcast from the light transformers in the fluorescent light? My guess is that this linear magnetism lives off of electromagnetism. And if you've listened to my past videos, it's too much to go find it. There's a mathematical calculation of 1,360,000 linear magnetic volts to make one electromagnetic volt. So it's a very, very dense energy, but when you have to compress it to make an electromagnetic volt, and that's the energy that is absorbed through a magnet to give us electromagnetism. The reason that is such a difficult thing to understand is because it's very hard to explain in the correct context. But hopefully you kind of get what I'm saying. Anyway, now I'm just going to go ahead and turn off the light. And we immediately drop down to 60 hertz. Very, very sensitive stuff. Once again, thank you.